October is here and fall weather will be shortly. An active week of weather expected across Texas. Let's talk about it in this Monday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Monday, the 2nd of October, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer, recording this a little later than we typically would, but I wanted to get in some morning weather model data and the latest severe weather outlook for today. And that's okay because, well, we're going to talk about it. Here is the latest severe weather outlook for this afternoon through early Tuesday morning from the Storm Prediction Center. This is going to be primarily for far west Texas, the Permian Basin, western portions of the Texas Panhandle, West Texas, down into Big Bend National Park. The potential for isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms. We could see a couple rounds this afternoon and tonight, with the main issue being localized damaging straight line winds and the potential for some pocket change size hail, maybe up to the size of golf balls. A brief tornado cannot be entirely ruled out. And again, we could see a couple rounds of storms through the afternoon into tonight with beneficial rains expected. Now, here's the latest severe weather outlook for Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. We may see some refinements to this in future updates, but as of now, the eastern half of the Texas Panhandle, west central Texas, northwest Texas, the Permian Basin, western sections of the mid-country, western Concho Valley, into portions of southwest Texas, under the gun for isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. We could see a few supercell thunderstorms capable of producing very large hail up to the size of tennis balls, localized damaging straight line winds, and a tornado or two certainly not out of the realm of possibility. So we take a look at the high resolution rapid refresh model. This is the latest run that just came on in. Here's a look at what we're expecting today, tonight, into Tuesday. As this model shows, we're expecting a pretty good round of showers and storms this evening across parts of the Panhandle, West Texas, the Permian Basin, into Southwest Texas and the borderland, and that could result in some isolated instances of flooding. Otherwise, again, pocket change size hail, localized damaging winds, quite a bit of cloud-to-ground lightning possible, and we may see another round of storms late tonight into Tuesday morning across portions of the Permian Basin, southwest Texas. Then as we head into tomorrow, we're going to see a dry line set up across portions of western Texas, as that severe weather outlook for tomorrow alluded to. We're also going to have a cold front starting to move into the Panhandle and northwest Oklahoma. Models are still somewhat in disagreement on exactly how many storms we're going to have in Texas tomorrow, but certainly the potential for at least isolated supercellular thunderstorm development tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, with the potential for large hail, very large hail, damaging winds, perhaps a tornado or two. We'll see how data looks later tonight for tomorrow, and depending on how everything sets up with storms today and what the overall atmosphere can do in terms of recovery tomorrow will probably dictate just how much severe weather we have to deal with, but certainly the potential for an active Tuesday into Tuesday night as well. And don't worry, things are going to keep on going Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Here's the fire weather outlook for, or I should say the forecast fire conditions expected across the state from the Texas A&M Forest Service. Generally speaking, we're going to be dealing with low to moderate fire danger, localized instances of high fire danger, but we'll really start spreading out that low risk beginning Wednesday, and that'll expand Thursday and Friday as we see cooler conditions and additional rainfall across the state. Here's the global forecast system as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, just to give you a peek of what we're expecting. Wednesday, more storms along that frontal boundary that'll start moving southeast. That'll bring scattered to numerous showers and storms Wednesday night. Thursday, as that boundary continues to move to the southeast, you can see here's Thursday, generally spreading from the Edwards Plateau, central Texas, East Texas, moving south into portions of Golden Triangle, southeast Texas coastal plains. And then Friday, most of the rain chances look like they're going to be mostly across South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley. We'll have to see just how far north that activity in northern Mexico can make it. And of course, we'll be able to refine that a bit as we get closer. We're looking at a pretty coarse or low-resolution weather model here, hence why it looks like blobs versus something that's more cellular or detailed. In terms of forecast rain totals over the next 5 days, this is from the Weather Prediction Center through 7 a.m. Saturday. You can see pretty much the entire state of Texas has the potential to receive at least 1/10 of an inch of rain through 7 a.m. Saturday. Unfortunately, there's going to be losers in this who probably are just going to get sprinkles to nothing, but we could also see localized rainfall amounts approaching 3 to 5 inches in some spots, which could begin to result in at least isolated flooding potential as we get into Wednesday. Continuing into Thursday and Friday, you can see overall good scattering of rain across the state, and we need it. And this will be in conjunction with much cooler temperatures finally arriving as we deal with one of the first crashy the cold fronts of the fall season. We get to play that game. Anyway, here's today's high temperature forecast. Nearly 100 degrees in Bryan, College Station this afternoon, upper 90s in Houston. It's going to be hot across most of the state, the exception being the western parts of the Panhandle, West Texas. Temperatures only in the 70s. Same story tomorrow. It's still hot, 90s across most of the state, but here comes the cold front beginning Wednesday. You can see down in the 70s across portions of the Panhandle, West Texas into Oklahoma. Southern two-thirds of Texas still warm, 80s, 90s, but oh, here's Thursday. It's a happy graphic. I know you can't really read the temperatures when we start dealing with the reds. That's why we put the 70s on there, but 70s as high temperatures. Northwest half of Texas on Thursday. Generally speaking, 80s to middle 90s. Southeastern half of Texas Thursday. Here's Friday. Hey, 70s across the northwest half to the northwest two-thirds of Texas for high temperatures. 80s across southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the coastal plains, down to deep south Texas, maybe 90 degrees in McAllen, but hey, don't worry. Still looking pretty darn nice this weekend with highs in the 70s and 80s across the state. Lows, probably 40s across the northern third of Texas, the Panhandle, West Texas by Saturday and Sunday morning. Looking at 50s to 60s across the rest of the state. It is going to be a beautiful weekend, at least in the temperature department, as we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that makes for a very happy Baldy in Chief. So apologies for the late Texas weather roundup. Some early morning work combined with just wanting to keep an eye on some morning data meant later than usual. I'll try to do better for your Tuesday morning, but we will have another Texas weather roundup out Tuesday morning, and it does look like we're going to be out storm chasing tomorrow as well. So we'll have live storm chasing video on the Texas Storm Chasers YouTube. We'll also have live severe weather coverage if necessary. Otherwise, it looks like a wet and stormy week. And that means all of Texas is probably going to see rain at some point over the next 5 days, or at least over 90% of the state, which good news. So make sure you've got the Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. You can get your local weather forecast, your specific rain chances for your location when it's going to rain, temperature forecasts, which, oh, I guarantee are looking so nice this weekend, and of course interactive weather radars, storm chasing video, all that fun stuff. We'll chat with y'all again, if not later today, by tomorrow morning. Make it a good Monday. God bless.